All right, so for me, this is a very big picture problem. We have some numbers that aren't very easy to deal with, like the cube root of 4 and the fourth root of 4. Not something you're going to know off the top of your head. The square root of 4 is equal to about 1.4. This is something that I do know off the top of my head. It's worth putting on a note card, but we're never going to need to know cube roots of weird numbers. You should know like the cube root of 8 is equal to the number 2 because 8 is equal to 2 cubed. And the cube root of 1 is equal to 1 because 1 is equal to 1 cubed. But if it's a weird number, it's not a perfect cube, we're not going to have to know it. So looking at this, what do we know? Well, look at the question that we're dealing with here. It's a problem-solving question, and they give us ranges of what the numbers could be equal to. They give us greater than 4, equal to 3, etc. And so those ranges mean that we might be able to get away with a little bit of estimation here. Now, if I look at my numbers, the only one I know for sure is the square root of 4 is equal to 2. And so I know that this first part is equal to 2. What do I know about this second part? Well, as we saw over here, the cube root of 1 is equal to 1, and the cube root of 8 is equal to 2. So the cube root of 4 is going to be somewhere between the cube root of 1 and the cube root of 8, meaning it's greater than 1. So let's just call it like greater than 1 or 1 plus. Okay, and the fourth root of 4 is the same idea, because if I had 1 to the fourth, that's equal to 1. If I had 2 to the fourth, that's equal to 16. And so the fourth root of 16 is 2. And the fourth root of 1 is 1, which means the fourth root of 4 is going to be somewhere in between those. So again, it's something slightly greater than 1. And this sounds like it might not work, but if you mess around with it, and you can check this in Excel, if you take 4 up to the 1/4 power, you'll find out that it is a number slightly greater than 1. So I've got 2 plus something bigger than 1 plus something bigger than 1, which means if you think about it logically, we're guaranteed to get something bigger than 4, because if we added 2 plus 1, we'd get 4. So adding something bigger than that is going to get us something larger than 4, and that is why our answer here is E. So I think that this requires a little bit of problem solving in the middle of the test. You're probably not going to be prepared for a question like this. It's easy to get discouraged when you see a question like this and say, oh, it looks so easy. I know that this is solvable. I just have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what the fourth root of 4 is. I bet it's something really small, like less than 1. But if you think about it logically, it can't be less than 1, because if it's less than 1, then as you take it to exponents, it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and get smaller from that original number. So it had to be something greater than 1. And once we knew that information, we knew for sure that the only option was answer choice E.